Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Adventure Writer. A few weeks ago, I sent a text message to a buddy of mine, and this guy, he's starred in some 80s movies, a couple of series, and he's got some connections in the movie industry. I just asked him a simple question. Do you think that it would be worth it for me to maybe pitch any one of the Cole Harper books as a movie? Now, I didn't think anything would come of it, and it was more of a kind of curious little shot in the dark. And I figured at most I would get, it's pretty difficult, but go for it, bro. That kind of thing. But that didn't happen. It got passed along, and it turns out that his brother-in-law is a producer with a very large studio. And he pushed The Last Nazi, which is book one in the Cole Harper series, to his brother-in-law, who then read it. And now, I know it's still way up in the air at that point, but a couple of days later, I got a text message, and it was from my pal, and he said, he's going through your book this week, and he'd like to be able to sell it as a TV series. The studio is considering episodic series, very much like Reacher, where one Jack Reacher novel is one season of the show. And he thinks that your book would be a great project for it. Okay, wasn't expecting any of that. And just yesterday, he and I were talking. There's some potential interest for a director who's done to my knowledge, in recent time, because I haven't done his whole IMDb thing yet, just recently within the last 2 years, done two very huge movies. And he'd possibly be interested in directing the Cole Harper series. And then came, hey, I think we could get this actor, who I'm not going to name right now, but if I did name him, you would know exactly who he is. You've seen his face on movie posters. You've watched him in big A-list movies. And I think he would be great to play the part of Cole Harper. What do you think? So right now, I'm in between of waiting on a couple of contracts or a contract to come my way, just to lock in the now two producers who want to be on board to produce the series if it gets greenlit by the studio. Once I've done that, it's going to go into the next round of, hey, now we're going to take it and we're going to pitch the idea to the studio heads, who happen to be good friends of the producer that initially got my book. Now, the best case scenario is they go, oh man, I love this. Let's throw some money at it. And then there's something dramatic. We've been looking for this. And then suddenly Cole Harper is on screens everywhere, right inside your homes. But I'm not getting ahead of myself on that, because it could all come to pass that it's no thanks. And I'll go right back to doing what I'm doing now, which is writing Cole Harper novels and bringing stories that I wish existed on the big screen to the page. And for people like you who subscribe to this channel, who buy my books, that you guys want to see. And I'm really having a hard time processing all of this, because yeah, there's excitement, but there's pressure, there's fear, and imposter syndrome, that little voice in my head that says, this probably won't happen, so you shouldn't get too excited. And then there's another voice going, holy crap, this is what you've dreamed of. This is what every indie writer dreams of. And think about it. 6 months ago, this character didn't exist. And now I've got readers telling me that this is the series that got them back into reading. they read the book and they passed it off to their sons and say, this is a great series. We should read it together. One guy sending me videos of him reading Cole Harper novels to his family as like a family story time. And it's humbling to see it. But there's also the pressure of, man, if it does work out, everything's going to change. And I don't mean I'm going to wake up and say, oh, look, I'm a millionaire now. Let me go get in my Bugatti and drive around. That's probably not ever going to happen. These things they're not as lucrative as the layman would think they are. I'm lucky to maybe get 1 to 2% of the production cost, maybe some percentages of profits and paying me to option the rights to the intellectual property. But it's a lot of pressure. I'm always nervous whenever I release a new book because I want my readers to love it as much as I loved writing it. And I don't know if they're going to all the time. And so there's that pressure, and you just wait with bated breath. Man, I hope they like this thing. I really hope they enjoy the book. And to see so many people falling in love with the series and buying them back to back and reading them back to back and just asking me when's the next one, it's not something I expected. And certainly the possibility of ending up on the big screen or the small screen, on a screen at all, it's hard to process. There's a lot of anxiety that I'm processing. But let's say it does work out. I'm going to keep doing the same thing. I'm going to keep putting out Cole Harper novels. I'm working on book 6 now. It'll probably be out this summer. And then I'm going to jump right into book 7. But I'm also working on a historical fiction that there's no ancient relics, there's no smuggled treasure, but it's blood, guts, grit, loyalty, all embroiled into 11th century England. And it's right before the Norman conquest. And so the story follows the third son of a noble house. And as a third son, he's not supposed to inherit anything. But his family ends up getting betrayed by King Harold Godwinson, who was overthrown by William the Conqueror at the Battle of Hastings. And suddenly he's thrown into this broken kingdom where the Normans are coming, Saxons are fracturing, you've got Danes still causing problems in the north leading up to the Battle of Stamford Bridge, and he's just trying to stay long enough to restore his family's place. And it's a lot darker than the Cole Harper series. It's grounded, but it still has that same adventure pulse underneath it. If you're a fan of Bernard Cornwell, then this will be right up your alley. But it's fast moving. I'm looking at it to be a 5-part series. And there's no planes, but there are blades, there's fire, there's mud, there's fights. And it's called The Third Son. And hopefully I'll have the first one finished before this fall. Yes, I realize that it's insane to be writing multiple books across 2 different series in 2 different genres at the same time, but I do this for a living anyway, as ghostwriting for other people. But it's a weird place to be, but honestly, it's great. And I want to thank all of you guys, my readers, the people who subscribe to this channel, the people who I've met in person, the people that enjoy good stories, and the people that have hung out with me and followed my journey as a writer over almost a decade now. And I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep writing stories. Even if I never have a character end up on the big screen or a small screen, I'm going to keep writing stories. But I wanted to make this video and get it out here to you guys to show that I'm just as nervous as anybody else would be about this whole thing. There's a lot of doubt, there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of moving parts and uncertainty, all of that. And I hope I get it right. I hope it would be so cool to see Cole Harper and my name on some screen titles. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't. I think this is the loser speech for those guys who didn't win the Super Bowl. We're just happy to have been here, had the opportunity to play, that kind of thing. But we'll see what happens. And I really think if you've been a fan of the Cole Harper series, that you're going to be a fan of the Shattered Kingdom series as well. I've been thinking about this project for quite some time, and then I finally worked out the first chapter, and as soon as I did, if you guys have ever tried writing, you know how it is. You write that first chapter, and all of a sudden things just kick off into overdrive, and you want to keep going. And that's the way this one's been going. But I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for liking, subscribing, sharing this video. And most importantly, I appreciate you guys for supporting me and buying my books. I'm a full-time writer. So if I don't sell books and I don't sell writing projects and I don't sell ghostwriting, my lights don't turn on, my kids don't eat. So I'll always be grateful for all of you. And I guess I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm actually going to have another writer come on this channel for a longer video. It'll probably be about 45 minutes to an hour. And we're going to talk about his books and his genre. And I think I'm going to do more of that too. Start getting some more interviews on this channel to balance out these solo videos. But that's going to do it for this one. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your support. I love you guys. And I'll see you on the next one.